morning show. Charles and Damali on the go. News you can use right here, right now. We break it down, put it in your lifestyle. Charles got the headline straight, never hollow. Damali got the game plan, moves you can follow. Traffic and the weather, what's popping at the school. From the block to the boardroom, we keep you in the loop. Community wake up morning show. Charles and Damali on the go. News you can use right here, right now. We break it down, put it in your lifestyle. From the front porch to the car hustle, keep it light, keep it real, keep the hometown muscle. Turn it up, let the whole crew know you rockin' with the community wake up morning show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Community Wake Up with Charles and Damali. So I'm Damali Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper.
And we're here to deliver news you can use, culture and conversation that moves community forward each and every morning.
Today, our topic is justice and accountability.
Yes, we'll actually be providing listeners with valuable information about our theme and what it means to community. The goal is to inform and empower and connect community. A stronger, smarter, and more engaged community is our vision. So, how are you doing this morning, Charles?
Hey, it is Taco Tuesday.
You've been waiting for Taco Tuesday.
I've been waiting for Taco Tuesday. I got to find a way to get off that little regiment I got going on right now. But it is Taco Tuesday for me. Good morning. Man, I feel really, really good today. It's good vibes. Man, it's 54 degrees already in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So you know it's going to be a warm day.
Yes.
No rain.
Yes.
No clouds. Just sun. Get that vitamin D all up in your skin.
Listen.
And all of that good stuff. So I am extremely, extremely excited about it. Thank you for tuning in on NYCU.FM. Thanks for tuning in on KBOB 89.9 FM, where we get to tell our story our way. Thank you for tuning in on YouTube, the official World One Development news you can use. And we are just overly excited about today.
Hey, I got a request.
What's your request?
Can you talk to the birds and tell them that my car is not their personal bathroom?
And man, it happens like that sometimes. You got to just kind of watch yourself, because it seems like the minute you go through the car wash,
yes,
the minute somebody say, boy, that car you got sure is clean,
then here we go.
Some birds will be chilling on the line. They'll
Yeah.
be chilling in the trees and say, you know what? I just got to go ahead and do just a little something to set back this person's day. I done been there
Exactly.
and done that. And now you're like,
Man.
do I have to go through the car wash again? Do I got to get something? What do I need to do?
What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, yeah.
No
This nice weather is, getting them all in a tizzy. And I'm like, hey, don't use my car. Find somebody else. It's somebody else out there. But anyway, so yes, we are excited about the show. Don't forget, we're gonna talk about ownership and wealth just for a quick minute, because we didn't get to finish some stuff on yesterday, and I got some good stuff for y'all. But then we're gonna go back to our theme for today, which is justice and accountability. But before we get started, we want to send out prayers to the family, friends, and fans of Oscar, Golden Globe, and Academy Award-winning actor Robert Duvall.
Man, that's a big one right there, Damali. That's a big one.
Yes.
Black, white, green, yellow, it don't matter. This is a big loss.
He was the man. So he died on Sunday, February the 15th. He was 95 years old. He was best known for his role in Godfather,
right?
Tender Mercies, and To Kill a Mockingbird, as well as Lonesome Dove. Yeah. Just to name a few. I mean, he has done so much, in the space of acting. So, he is really, that's one that's really a big loss.
That's a big one. And the thing about it, he did live to get 95 years old.
He did.
If you get 95 years out of this old body, you, my friend, have done good.
You are living the good life.
Nevertheless, we still going to miss him physically not being here.
Yes.
But we won't say goodbye. We're going to say see you later.
We also have another loss to mourn, and this one is a biggie. Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Get out of here.
Passed away this morning.
84
years old. And he's been bad. He's been sick for a little while,
some
even when he
years
was in
now.
Tulsa,
Right.
a couple of times. And we actually met him when he was in Tulsa. He was, kind of on the decline.
Right.
But yeah, we lost him this morning. So that is a huge blow to community. It just seems like, we're at an age now where all of our icons are leaving.
And that's a different time of life to be in. And I'm happy that we have a wake up morning show where we can
Yes.
pause, we can reflect, we can acknowledge, and we can let people know, because sometimes these things may go on for 2-3 weeks and you be like, man, I did not know
Right.
Jesse Jackson. Most people know him from running for president.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My favorite is the Jesse-isms that he came up with.
Ooh, he had all of the
I'm like,
Jesse-isms.
and they all rhyming.
Right, all
So
of them.
yes,
And
but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we've been able to visit with him multiple times here in Tulsa, also in some other cities. And like I say, his foundation, I believe, is the Rainbow Coalition.
Yes.
He's been having for many, many years. And if it was anybody that was going to stand up and speak for us, Reverend Jesse Jackson was going to do just that. So
he's showing up. He on the way.
He should be admired, appreciated, and celebrated. So for our community, we lost a giant. So today, take a moment of silence. Say a little prayer for him, his family, and our community, because we lost a big one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So today we're going to get started with our morning affirmation, which is one of Charles's favorite things
y'all just
of
don't
the
know,
morning.
because I be on the gas with no brakes.
Right. All right. So this is week 3, day 12.
Wow.
Can you believe that? 12 days already?
Like the 12 disciples. The wake up is the 12 disciples, y'all. We doing what we can do. We hanging in there, because a lot of times to start is to finish.
Yes.
So if you got that dream, if you got that vision, you or your kids, go ahead and start it.
Yes.
Because if you start, sometimes you have to let the Lord take care of the rest. And look, cheer for each other, because you cheer for us, we gonna cheer for you. Let's just get through this thing together. But I am ready for the Tuesday morning affirmation.
Okay, so here we go. So we're gonna breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out.
And the fingers are up.
I didn't say nothing about no fingers.
You didn't say that?
I didn't. But go ahead. If that helps you, just go ahead.
See, look, it's like, see that?
Yes, let it out.
Okay, I'm ready.
Release. Okay, so here we go. This morning affirmation says, my voice matters, because history proves that change begins when we speak, organize, and refuse to be silent. How fitting is this today when we talk about Jesse Jackson? How fitting is this morning affirmation? So this is what this means. We're going to break it down. So first, my voice matters. That means your perspective has value. Your experiences count. Your ideas deserve to be heard. You don't have to hold a title to have influence. You don't have to be famous to make impact. Silence is not your only option. Then it says, history proves. That's important, because history shows us that change has never started with comfort. It started when people spoke up, when they organized, when they stood together, when they refused to accept what was unjust. From civil rights to voting rights, from workplace protections to community reform, progress began when voices became united. Now, here's the key. When we speak, organize, and refuse to be silent, speaking raises awareness. Organizing builds momentum. Refusing silence creates accountability. One voice sparks conversation. Many voices shift systems. This affirmation is a reminder that participation matters. Your voice at the meeting matters. Your vote matters. Your advocacy matters. Your courage matters, because change doesn't begin with silence. It begins with sound. So today, speak with clarity, organize with intention, and remember, your voice carries power.
Look, look, when you hum,
right,
instead of using your words,
yes,
then that's when you know it's good. And I think thing that stood out most to me that I'm really hopeful for in 2026 is unity amongst people.
Yes.
Something that we've been trying to get right for centuries,
Mhm.
but for whatever reason,
Yeah.
something's always in the middle of it.
There's a challenge.
It's always a wham in the mix.
Yeah.
You know, but you got to have those people, because let me tell you something, Damali, about me,
Yes.
is that I have no enemies.
Mm.
I have no grudges. I don't have no resentment against nobody. So when I pray in the morning, I always can say, Lord, you know what? You can send me out anywhere you need me to go, to sit down, to laugh, to talk, to get something done. Because I don't have not one person on earth that I'm not good with going to sit down,
Right.
have a conversation, and do things to make the world better. Now, can I say it's not easy to get there? Because when I was 14 years old, people from Arkansas remember this, I had a Christmas list for people that had been picking on me. So you don't pick on people. I done went and worked out for 6-7 months.
Oh, God.
Got 2 muscles. I felt like these 2 muscles that I had was enough.
Right.
But my best friends remember.
To handle the list, huh?
Everybody that had picked on me, whether it was kindergarten or first grade, second, it don't matter.
Yes.
You, my friend, had made the Christmas list. So that means Brother Charles Lamont came by your house.
Right.
Lord, the God already forgave me. I knocked on your door and said, sir, please step outside in the grass. Because we, my friend, got something to handle.
Yes.
All that meant was this in my mind, because I was getting older as a man, because my dad was not in the house.
Yes.
In my mind, I was thinking, man, Lord, I'm 14 and I weigh $105. If you don't know what $105 is, look it up. I said, but
Right.
Lord, my situation is with my dad not being here. If somebody knocks on my door,
Right.
if somebody knocks on this door, me and my $105
Yes.
got to meet the person
Gotta
at the
handle
door. Because my mom and I got 2 little sisters, they would always say, Charles, you the man of the house. I'm nothing but skin and bones.
But you the man.
In my mental, I got to take care of my family.
That part.
So if you're a person, for whatever reason, you're a young man and you feel like, man, my dad is not in there, man, God is with you. You'll be protected. He'll cover you and your family, and you'll be all right. Because if your earthly father, for whatever reason, Damali, is not there,
Yeah.
your heavenly father is always there.
That part.
So do your part, and he will always come through and do his part.
That's right.
Is that all right?
That's right.
Yep.
All right. So this segment was sponsored by Theater North. So we're going to take a quick break and hear our message from our sponsor, Theater North.
Let's go.
Theater North Tulsa presents Nat Turner in Jerusalem at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center. A powerful 2-person drama imagining the final night of Nat Turner as he confronts Thomas R. Gray, the man who recorded his words and helped shape his legacy. Written by Nathan Allen Davis and directed by Keith Daniels. It's the hit stage play Nat Turner in Jerusalem. Explore faith, resistance, and the cost of telling the truth. Don't miss Nat Turner in Jerusalem, playing at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center, Liddy Dungeons Theater, February 21st and 22nd, 8 o'clock and 3 p.m. And February 28th and March 1st, 8 o'clock and 3 p.m. Get your tickets now for Nat Turner in Jerusalem at TulsaPAC.com or call 918-596-7111. Nat Turner in Jerusalem by Nathan Allen is presented by arrangement on behalf of Samuel French Incorporated.
Are you or someone you know just as involved? Are you or someone you know in need of support services? Don't worry, Fitting Back In got you covered. We offer life skill workshops, career development, job search, substance abuse counseling, and more. We are located at 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74115. Give us a call at 918-592-3500. Follow us at Fitting Back In Tulsa. Also, visit us on our website for services at www.fittingbackininc.org. Our services are available only in Tulsa County.
You know what? It's really not that bad being up at 5 a.m.
Damali, you know what? You're absolutely right. The only thing better is we on 5 days a week.
7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
It's the Community Wake Up, our brand new morning show.
Right here on NYCU.FM.
And simulcast on KBOB 89.9 FM.
We got your Black History Trivia.
We got your medical report,
Don't forget the police report.
your local, national, and international news,
Always the latest on upcoming events.
the Divine Nine and the HBCU check-ins,
And most importantly, we can't do it without you.
and make sure you join us each and every day
It's the Community Wake Up.
with Charles and Damali. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the community Wake Up with Charles and Damali, and we are back. Hey, we are live on nycu.fm. What that means, if you ride in your car, if you've never seen our really nice and fresh hip-hop radio station, then just get your phone, put in nycu.fm. The little button gonna come up, you hit play, you rocking with us all day long. Not just right now, but we play the absolute best R&B and them throwbacks you've been waiting on. Also, we live on KBOB 89.9 FM, where we're able to tell our story our way. Shout out to Uncle Bobby over there, and also shout out to the Juice radio show who kicked this thing off. We kicked this thing off with the youth, baby. So if you have a youth in high school that want to be a part of media, reach out to the Juice radio show over there at KBOB 89.9 FM. We also live on YouTube. If you're at work and you don't want to be caught by your boss, just go to the official World One Development news you can use, and we're live on Facebook. But for you guys that's on with us, you live in studio where we turned up and we can't turn down. Charles
Turn down for what?
The wake up, meaning we want you to wake up. One, get up, get out the alarm clock, hit that alarm clock. Don't get stupid. Get up with us. Number two, wake up your consciousness, local, national, international, because what is the young folks, the middle-aged folks, or the folks with a little more seasoning on they fry. We're going to try to get it right.
Yes.
Damali, how you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. Looks like we got a lot of secret listeners on the line.
They outside in the parking lot too. I seen them rolling like, Charles, I'm a secret listener. My bad, bro. It's all good. Who we got?
But we also want to give a shout out to cousin Pearlie Newton.
Hey, what's going on, cousin? Good morning.
She said, good morning, Charles and Damali. Good morning. Soror Gina is on the line. Good morning, family. Love y'all. We love you too. All right. And your brother Dominique is on. Good morning. He said, good morning, guys.
Come on, he got his coffee. I can see my brother now. See my brother. Just what you don't know. He got his robe on with his gold chain.
Why are you telling your business?
I'm just gonna tell because I can see it in my eyes now. He got his robe on with his gold chain, with his coffee, holding it up high.
Right.
You know, but Smoke said, man, that's my big bro right there. Because me and him, we go way back to the way back.
Right.
Appreciate you tuning in, bro.
We got Richie Anderson on the line. What's up, Richie? Good morning.
Booker T Finest. Let me tell you something. We're gonna have to have Richie on one day. Him and his queen, if they feel like it.
Yes,
because when I think about him and Miss Margie and their kids and how humble they are and how humble the family is, we talk about doing great things in the community.
Yes.
You know, when you think about the Andersons, you think about a family that maybe is the epitome of the example of just
doing good,
and doing right and following God. But shout out to, I'm going to call him Uncle Richie today.
You the uncle.
Now he gonna be everybody in the community. Uncle, my bad.
Right.
Thanks for tuning in.
Mama's on. Good morning, Mama.
Good morning, Mom. Love you.
Yes. Let's see. And who else? It seems like we got another. Kenneth. Kenneth is on. Good morning, Kenneth. No, not that Kenneth. We got another Kenneth. Yeah, different Kenneth. So we see y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in every single morning and supporting us for the last 12 days.
Just like that. And we got some other people on it. We're gonna come back to the live, but we got to get this party started, right? And we got to get this party started quickly.
Yes. So it is 18 past the hour. And yesterday we had such a great time on the show.
Oh, man.
We didn't even get through all of our material.
Right.
So we're going to go ahead and do the faith, hope, and inspiration that we were talking about yesterday for ownership and wealth.
Right.
So I still wanted to kick that off, and then we'll go ahead and get into today's theme, which is justice and accountability.
Right.
Okay. So they kind of go a little bit hand in hand.
Can I tell the people a little secret?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, God.
Anytime you tune in, when you see us with shirts on,
see? Yep.
That's your chance to start Googling.
Yeah.
So when you see Oasis Fresh Market,
yep.
When you see this Carbon Legacy, just Google them. Just look them up.
Yeah.
Because it's something going on.
Yeah.
And if you know, you know.
If you know,
when you see something on the shirt, Google it.
Yeah.
And you know what to do next. Is that all right?
As we tell you guys all the time that we support entrepreneurs and we support Black business. So most of the time, look, we support all business.
Black, white, green, yellow, Hispanic. Hola, come estás, mi amigos? Hey,
they ain't gave us no shirt. If you give us a shirt, we'll support you too.
Parlez-vous français? Look, let me tell you something. If I can say a little something, you send it in because we trying to show that we can do this thing local, national, and international. Because if we do it together, then ICE not pulling up for none of us.
Stop it.
Is that too much?
That's too much.
I'm going to calm down.
Okay, so here we go. Yesterday, we were talking about ownership and wealth. So ownership and wealth is not just about dollars, but it's about purpose. Faith teaches us that there's something powerful about ownership. Ownership is stewardship. It's understanding what we have, our gifts, our time, our resources. Is something that we are called to manage wisely. You can't build wealth if you don't first believe you're capable of building.
Mm.
Hope is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Hope says, even if my family didn't start with ownership, I can. Even if I made mistakes, I can learn. Even if access was limited before, opportunity is possible now. Wealth, in its truest sense, is not just money. Wealth is stability, peace of mind, options, generational strength, and knowledge passed down. Faith reminds us that growth takes time. Seeds are planted before a harvest comes. You don't see the roots developing.
Hold on. What's planted before harvest?
Seeds are planted before harvest comes.
And to think about it, to remember on the community wake up, seeds are in many different forms.
Yep.
Seeds of kindness, seeds of love, seeds of just being motivation. So seeds is not just a physical seed,
Right.
but just think about planting the right type of seeds in 2026 so that when you head out your house, the right things are growing up in your community, at your church, in your home, in your kids, and in your grandkids. So plant the right seeds.
Exactly.
I like that.
You don't see the roots developing, but the work is happening beneath the surface. Ownership works the same way. When you save consistently, invest wisely, learn financial principles, start a business, and support community ownership, you're planting seeds. And hope keeps you tending the garden even when you don't see the results immediately. Inspiration comes when we remember history. Communities have built businesses, institutions, and economic ecosystems even when doors were closed. Ownership has always been part of the legacy. So today's reminder is this: build patiently, plan strategically, trust the process, rest when needed, and keep planting. Because wealth built with integrity lasts longer than wealth built in haste. Faith gives you vision. Hope gives you endurance. Ownership gives you leverage. And when these three align, economic power becomes possible. You are not just earning for today, you are building for tomorrow. So I wanted to get that in.
Damali, let me do this. That's a lot you just read. Can we unpack it just a little bit?
Yes, we can.
Before we put, when you drive a stick shift, you got to put that foot on that clutch.
Yes.
Change gears, then hit the
gears.
gas on them. And I just want to say to the people listening in, and share this. If you want to do something for us, click share first. Let's do that. That little arrow, click share. Appreciate that. Then secondly, text 4 or 5 friends and say the community wake up is on.
Yes.
On Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Greenwood is in the building.
Yes.
Let's get back to the blueprint of Greenwood.
Yeah.
When you talk about ownership and generating wealth and those things, this stuff don't happen overnight, Damali.
Nope, not at all.
And I think that the disconnect may be from our generation to the generation behind us is they look at social media and guess what? They see the Lambo. They see the big house. They see the big vacations. But what I think our younger generation don't realize, that's such a small percentage. Now, somebody out there got a lot of money. So somebody is a Lambo. But when was the last time you seen a Lamborghini?
Right.
When you really sit back and think about it.
Right.
But I think what happens, it gives unrealistic expectations
Yes.
on what you're trying to build, not just to the youth, sometimes the grown folk.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I can tell you this from my little experience in life, it takes work and it takes time and it takes patience to build something good. And I think another thing is you have to run your own race.
That part.
Don't be looking in lane number 1 unless you're in the Olympics. Now, if you're Olympics and you're going for the
You
gold,
need
do your thing. But outside of that, don't look in other lanes with what other people are doing because competition is the killer of what it is you're trying to do. Now, don't be trying to keep up with the Joneses unless you're in the Joneses family. That's fine. If y'all all Joneses, fine. But then outside of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't be trying to keep up with the Joneses. And I'll say this last. I think that that competition is the killer of all joy, right? Because since you competing and watching yourself against somebody else, it's stealing your joy in terms of where you are and where God got you in the moment. You got your own plan, you got your own roots, you got your own purpose you're working on. You are made to be great. But you still got to run your own race.
That's right.
My race is not Damali's race. So when Damali pulls up in the Mercedes, she running her own race. I got to focus on what God has for me.
Right.
But you see your sister, you see your brother, guess what happens? Jealous.
Envy.
Not only do you not like them, you don't even like their kids. Kids be like, I ain't even done nothing yet. You know,
Right.
I think one of the biggest things we got to find a way to get back to how we were in the motherland. We work together regardless. And what's for you is just for you.
Yeah.
And what's for me is for me. But if nothing else, let's always just be family.
So, and I'll say this along that vein, favor ain't fair. You don't know what I done been through. You ain't walked in my shoes. You ain't had to get up and do whatever it is that I had to get through to get to this point.
Go for it, Pastor Damali.
You know what I'm saying? So what you're seeing is a manifestation of all the things that I had to go through. And you know, and I really could give a sermon, and I'm not a pastor, but I can absolutely give a sermon on this because that is my story.
Right.
My story is that I have been through a whole lot of stuff that people don't know, but I walk out in public and I'm smiling, and you know, I may be crying on the inside.
Right.
You don't know what I had to go through. You don't know what challenge I had to face. You don't know that I didn't have money in my pocket. You don't know that I used my last to make sure my kids ate, but I didn't have nothing to eat. You don't know nothing about that. So today, when you see me in my Mercedes riding, you don't know what it took for me to get there to get to that Mercedes.
Will you give me a ride?
I will.
I just want to ride. As long as you give me a ride, I ain't got. But what I'm saying is, and don't even make it about physical things, because you never know the path that God has for you.
Absolutely.
And the timing that he has those things for you. So again, just kind of focus on your race, and hopefully this show Community Wake Up, because we're going to be laying some things down. We can give you some nuggets along the way so that you can get into that race, get to that purpose, get to those dreams and visions that you have for you and yourself and your family.
Yeah.
Because we all trying to win. Yeah. Nobody's out here to lose. I ain't never seen nobody wake up and say, you know what, I feel like being a loser today.
Right.
Who wakes up, I want to be a loser today. See, none of us are doing that.
And you know what? You miss your blessing because you worried about somebody else. You know, instead of focusing on yourself and what you need to do to improve your life and your situation and get to the goals that you have. Right. But that goes back to, have you written down your goals? Aha.
And let me do this too. Can I say this? And it's about, as you're going for your goal, and we'll talk about this more, try to be well-rounded.
Yes.
Physically, you know, because health is wealth. Spiritually, mentally, you know what I mean? Intellectually, and all the leads that you need.
Because, all the leads.
Because trust me, it's about being balanced.
Right.
And being a whole man. Because I can go for the goal, but by the time I get there, if I'm 400 pounds, I kind of got there for nothing.
Yes.
You know, I can go for the goal, but if I leave my family and friends and everybody behind, and I'm just there by myself because I stepped over people, knocked people out the way, karate kicked people, and did all that to get there, then what did I do then? You know, so, but it's a loving, kind way to do these things. And as you do it, my cousin, Miss Pearlie Newton, said it best. As you build, reach back a couple times. It is no problem while you building. Reach back a couple times, because somebody's hand is like, man, can you just, not a hand out. You know what I mean? Just, can you give me a hand up? Help me get up to this next step to help me doing what I'm doing. So anyway, we're not going to hop on that forever. We at the bottom of the hour already, 29 after the hour, but we got some great stuff lined up for you today. And we are extremely excited about it. We just want to wrap up ownership and wealth building and a little bit about that mindset of what we need to do together. You think about wealth and building that, look at them shirts.
Yeah, here you go.
Hey, practice what you preach.
So want to give a shout out. I see Dave and Donna Jones.
Oh, I just said keeping what the Joneses. Now y'all done woke up and came on. I just said that's one of my favorite couples as well.
Right. They say good morning. And Brenda Harmon is watching.
What?
Yes.
What's going on, Miss Brenda Harmon? Thanks for tuning in. It means a lot.
All right. So today our theme is justice and accountability. And as we've been telling you guys since we started 12 days ago.
Yeah.
Since we started that, we're laying the foundation just to give you some ideas about the things that we're going to be talking about, the information that we're going to be sharing. Charles says it best. We're going to go in depth So
Yeah.
all of this stuff is going to be high level.
Right.
Okay. But there's going to be a subscription that you can get. And Charles will talk about that a little bit later on in the show. But we're going high level. So we're just going to talk about some things to get your mind clicking in the vein of the wake up. Right.
That's it.
So today is justice and accountability. So we're going to talk about a little bit about what that means.
Let me tell you what I think.
What's
I want to see just your thought first, because we're going to get into the weeds. So get your notes, your pen and your pad out and all of that. But when you think about justice and accountability and those things, because I think sometimes we think about it personally. I'm going to ask the live audience, when you think about justice and accountability, what do you think about when that comes to your mind? Damali and I'll say what we think about. Then we're going to get into what some of those things say, because that's what's going to bring us together at the table, right?
Right.
And we go down the street together. So when you think about personally,
Yes.
justice and accountability, what do you think about?
So for justice, I think about we all have the same ability, or we all have the same right.
I like that.
Right. But when I think about accountability, I think about monitoring to make sure that everybody has the same right and the same ability.
You got to go a little further than that. You can't drop two major nuggets. Bite that nugget down just a little bit. What you mean?
Well, so in the space of, and I would just say, just using examples from history, if one person can vote, then we all need to be able to vote, because this is our world, and so we all need to play a part and play our role, and we need to be allowed to do that. But then we also have to have folks that make sure, so that's the accountability piece, folks that make sure that we're allowed to do that, or to have that right. And that right is not being stripped from certain individuals because of our own personal biases,
right?
Or whatever we got going on. This is your right, and you get to do that. And you get to utilize that in the way you see fit.
Damali, that's real, because we have to have our own perception of what it is first. Then as we unpack it together, that's what conversation come in. And so whether you local, national, or international, weigh in on when you think about justice and when you think about what that entails, then let us know what you think. And Damali, your answer was great. When I think about it and accountability, when I think justice as a Black man, to be honest, man, I got a son. And when I think about justice, I just wish we all just get treated fairly. That's what I think. Black, white, green, or yellow. Is that cool? If I see a police car drive by and it say to protect and serve, then I want to believe that when I'm out and about, if I get pulled over, if my son get pulled over, if my nephews get pulled over, then that same thing to say protect us and serve us. I'm just hoping that is what it's supposed to be. I don't want it to be situations like all too many times somebody call for that protection and then end up being unalived.
Yeah, the victim.
Like, I called for help. How did I end up unalived? I got pulled over for speeding. How did I end up unalived? I was sitting in my house watching TV. How I end up unalive? How did I end up with a knee on my neck in front of the world? So those are the things as a Black man. You can talk about it as a Hispanic man, a Puerto Rican man, a Black woman, white woman, whatever. That's fine. But when I think about justice and accountability, then if those things happen, I'm going over to accountability side. So something that if it did happen, I'm hoping the system that has been put forward brings about accountability fairly. I don't want to feel like when I go sit in the place of accountability that I'm judged, or maybe somebody that looks like me is judged much more harshly.
Yes.
And I think so many times we can have a kid or uncle do one thing and they're gone forever.
Right.
And then you look across town and they done multiple things, but yet they still getting the opportunity to make it.
Right.
So in my mind, when I think justice is that one, accountability, let it be fair across the board. And if it's fair across the board, I feel like everybody can accept it.
Exactly.
But that's my own personal view when I think about justice, and then I think about accountability. We'll come to the live when y'all put y'all stuff in the chat, because we want to know what you think. when you
So
think justice and accountability?
Vera Barnes has now joined us. Good morning, Vera. How are you?
Good
Marquise
morning.
Dennis is
Marquise,
with us.
boy,
What's up, brother?
Marquise, did you hear the question? What we talking about today? Because I got to
Yes.
give Marquise.
Oh, he already got an answer. You know, he says accountability is one of those words people use, but I don't think they know what it actually means when it comes to application. You know what? I think you may be correct, Marquise.
Right.
Let's have more dialogue.
Right.
Teresa, my older sister, says good morning.
Good morning, Teresa.
All right. So let me just give you what my research has shown.
Okay.
So it says today we're talking about two powerful words, justice and accountability. What do they really mean as it relates to our community? Justice means fairness. It means people are treated equally under the law. It means rules apply the same way to everyone. It means protection without bias and opportunity without favoritism. Now, justice means no one is above the rules and no one is beneath protection. But justice doesn't stand alone. That's where accountability comes in. It means leaders answer for their decisions. It means institutions are transparent. It means when harm happens, it is acknowledged and addressed. If you have influence, you must also have responsibility, right? Justice sets the standard. Accountability enforces it. I'll say that again. Justice sets the standard, but accountability enforces it.
Hold on. Can we park right there? Can we put the car in park? Read that because that's a bar. I'm going to put that on the hat. Justice is what?
Justice sets the standard, but accountability enforces it.
So can I just ask a real question? In America, in just that statement, I'm actually all on the live too. How do y'all feel about that? Just growing up in America. We are on the community wake up.
Right.
And it's just about information because we love everybody. We trying to find ways to get things right. But when you read that, Damali, what does it make you feel just as a sister growing up in America?
So justice has set the standard for in our community for a long time, but we always have to fight. We have to fight to just get to the standard, right? If they say, if it's written that we can vote, Jesse Jackson, we just lost him today.
Oh, man.
After his fight, trying to make sure, marching with Dr. King, that we can vote. It says we can vote, right?
Right. That's the standard.
That's the standard.
The basic standard is you can vote.
Then what's the problem?
So what's the problem? When on one side of town, when you go to vote, the line is all the way back to your house.
And there's no problem.
And then on one side of town, when you go to vote, you got somebody give you water and a warm muffin. You can go straight in, and it's a pleasant experience. So the reality is, it's just a difference. And now another thing too is our ancestors, happy Black History Month.
Yes.
You know, did a lot for us just to vote. So even when it was a right to just vote, why we had to do all that marching, Damali?
That's what I want to know.
Like you said, it just fairly is what's put in place.
Why do we have to have the National Guard with dogs, growling and all? Why are we doing this?
Where the German Shepherds going?
Yeah.
Well, because here's the thing. It is Black History Month. And the bottom line is you got to know your past to know where you are in order to know where you're going. And a lot of these things, don't think these situations are far removed. Damali, the scary thing for me, it seemed like in 2026, it's a small possibility when it's time to vote right now. You yourself may just encounter some of these things. That's just how intentional and how much trickery is going on in 2026. It's kind of crazy, Damali. What you think?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. So I'm going to go back to the live real quick and tell you what Marquise had to say. Marquise said, what I found out is a lot of people have situational ethics. You better preach, brother. They want accountability when it doesn't affect them directly or when it's not their fault. But when the tables are turned, people like to use their get out of jail free card.
Hey.
Or, oh, I'm sorry. Or, oh, that wasn't my fault, to brush off the harm that they may have caused for someone that they know has caused it.
Can I throw something out there?
Mm-hmm.
Here's an example. Thanks for y'all that feel like talking. If you don't want to talk, just keep listening and click share. So
Yes.
we're just having a conversation because our goal is to make it right for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But in that means everybody has to have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
The community wake up gives everybody a voice. So black, white, green, or yellow, you're welcome to the live. You are welcome to your point of view, and we will unpack whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
My thought is this, Damali. On one side, when a situation happened, he's a thug,
Mm-hmm.
he's a gangster,
Mm-hmm.
he's this. On the other side, when it's happened, little Timmy just going through something.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a mental health crisis he's having.
Mm-hmm.
We got to look at treatment and ways that we can help him get through this. That happens all too often.
All too often.
One person do something, it's thug, criminal, throw him in jail, throw away the key.
Mm-hmm.
The same exact offense
Mm-hmm.
is met with empathy,
Mm-hmm.
sympathy, and we need to find a way to help this person.
Right.
This person does something
Mm-hmm.
and they need to go to jail for life.
Mm-hmm.
This person does it, they need a 12-step program.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. They
No,
need to go
that's real
to
talk.
they need to go to an AA group
Yes.
on this side.
Yes.
On this side, shoot him on sight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on this side, he's the scum of the earth.
Right.
But on this side, he was neglected as a kid.
Yes.
You know, people used to pick on him and bully him. We're just talking about fairness.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to the live real quick. So Sorargina said, justice, the fairness of administration of laws to all. Then she says, for her, accountability means rules are followed. If not, your actions have consequences, regardless of who you are. That's good, sis. Mr. B's Collision says, good morning, family love.
What's going on,
What's happening?
family? Thanks for tuning
Crash over there. All right. David Donna Jones said, accountability is the willingness to take ownership of your actions, decisions, and responsibilities while remaining answerable for the outcomes. That's good.
That's a bar.
Good.
That's good.
Cousin sister April said, good morning, y'all. Good morning.
Favorite little cousin. How you
Yes.
going, cousin? We
And
talking
Jocelyn is now with us as
Jocelyn's
well.
on.
Mhm.
Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate that.
Yeah, so we're talking about this morning, justice and accountability. So feel free to put in the chat what you believe justice means to you and what you believe accountability means to you.
And let's ask this too, Damali. If you experience something that you feel like, man, this happened to me at work, at school, or my kid, and I just felt like the whole time, this is not fair. That's the thing what happens a lot of time. You deal with a situation, it was a small speeding ticket, and it ended up a whole lot more than that. But what was the situation maybe when you're like, man, when you find yourself saying, you know what, y'all, you know what, this is just not fair. And people be hating to say that, but you be like, well, look, Johnny did it, and Teresa, not you, Teresa, and this person did it. But that's not what happened to them. So how can that happen to me? But here's another thing too. You got to understand that sometimes your actions and consequences are not understood. That's sometimes when your kid do something small, like go take the leftovers that mom had in the kitchen. So they didn't, we're just going to bring it home real quick.
Right.
They didn't understand their actions.
Right.
And the consequence of that action, you know, because if you eat mama leftovers that she been waiting all day while she was working, while you was at home on the video game,
right?
The consequences can be much greater.
Yes.
Because you're thinking the worst mom gonna do is say, don't do that again, but not with the leftovers.
Right.
Not if it was steak with the seasoning and steak and the shrimp on the side and a little piece of cheesecake she had left over or mahoganies, then that all. So the thing about it is understanding actions and consequences to that action, because sometimes that can be a little different. It is what it is.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Mr. B's Collision said, boycott the kill rap industry.
Man, he said something right there, you know, because when he says that, and that's the beauty of a community to wake up. It's just a wake up thing.
Yeah.
A lot of times, and I'm definitely not going too far into this, a lot of people, when it comes to the Crips and the Bloods, think that that's just gang related, something crazy, when they don't realize it's because justice wasn't fair. The Crips and the Bloods really were groups that protected the community. That's how they kicked off.
Initially, that's how they kicked off.
That's how they kicked off. But then when you drop some drugs in that thing and the wrong kind of music, if you think about our music, and I think for everybody that's tuning in, because you said something big right there, Crash, we ain't gonna give his government name. Crash said something big because think about the music we grew up with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Eyes of the Brothers. You know what I mean? Marvin Gaye.
But
and all
and
these
even the
different-
rap that we grew up
and the
in.
rap.
Eric B. and Rakim.
Eric B. and Rakim.
Yeah.
Think about all the
Yeah.
music that you, if it was Spike Lee, Ice-T,
Mhm.
LL Cool, any of them, what you grew up hearing put something conscious, some
Yeah.
consciousness in you.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, we don't want that music.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
can't come to the record label with some positivity
No.
to get people to do something positive, do that.
And
but
not
we got
to encourage your blackness, you know, because that's how it started, you know.
But we got a deal. We got a contract. You can sign to our label if it's killing and disrespecting your women and doing all these selling drugs. And if you
Mhm.
do that, we got money for you at the record label.
Mhm.
And the bottom line is, if you don't know, you don't know.
Mhm.
So I don't want no rappers pulling up on our radio show
Exactly.
because it is what it is. But we have to have a real conversation about where we are and who coming behind us. And that ear gate and that eye gate, so not only you rapping it, but then you in these nice cars, you in these nice houses.
Which is
Now-
all an illusion.
Yeah. And then when the little kids call you all the stuff that you were saying in your rap video, you tell the little kids stop being disrespectful.
Mhm. It's like,
what?
what?
Yeah, I thought that's what you wanted to hear.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get off on the crash. You're getting us off. Justice
Okay. Let's go
and
back.
accountability.
Justice and accountability. Okay. So I'm going to say this one more time. Justice sets the standard, accountability enforces it. Without accountability, justice becomes just a word.
Mhm.
Without justice, accountability becomes unfair.
Right.
When both are present, something powerful happens. Trust grows, safety increases, participation strengthens, communities stabilize. Justice and accountability protect the vulnerable, they guide leadership, they build confidence in systems, and they remind us that healthy communities require fairness and responsibility, not just from institutions, but from all of us. Because justice isn't automatic, it's maintained. And accountability isn't optional, it's essential.
Here's the thing, Damali. Can I park my car right here?
Okay.
And I want y'all to see what y'all say on the live. When I think about this, one of the bigger things I think about is community
Mhm.
policing.
Ah.
Community
Mhm.
policing. I think that it helps your community
Mhm.
when you have a person that's policing your community that understands your community.
Yes.
Hopefully, they grew up in your community.
Yes.
Or at least are familiar with your community.
Mhm.
So now when something happens, we understand Johnny has autism
Mhm.
when you're a community police officer.
Right.
So when he's having a huge argument with his mom,
Mhm.
even though he's 6'5", 280 pounds, the community understands.
Mhm.
The community of policing understands. But that a person that does not understand Damali, he pulls up and this is a whole big threat.
Right.
The gun is out, the taser is out. So what's going on now?
Mhm.
Everything's being escalated
Right.
way up. And guess what? We lose Johnny,
Mhm.
that the community love. We've been knowing him since he was a kid.
Right.
But since you didn't understand that community policing component of it, now you got a situation where now we divided. Now
Mhm.
you got the marches going on, you got the fighting going on, you got the riots going on and all of that. So when
Right.
I think about justice and accountability, because that's what comes into play now.
Mhm.
Was the justice you gave him correct? You see what I'm saying,
Right,
Damali?
right.
Now the person can say, hey, I feared for my life, so I shot little Johnny. But what can we do, Damali, as an oversight
Mhm.
to try to find a way to keep things like this situation that happens all too often in our community from happening?
Mhm.
You know, so that's what it makes me think about a lot. What, when you think about community policing, meaning the police that you see most of the time in your community,
Mhm.
what does it make you think about? And then how do you feel about it?
So I think that in anything you do, you can always get a bad apple.
Oh man, come on.
Period. I mean, that's just part of it. And when you have someone who has a lot of authority, everybody is not built to have a certain authority.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you was in the military and you didn't get to become whatever whatever the position you were shooting for, and they never found you worthy. So now you get out into the civilian life and you get into this position, and now you on a power trip.
Man.
You know, so when you come into community because you got your Barney Fife 2 bullets.
See, don't
you
start,
know.
don't lean all the way into my. I didn't want to get you upset. You see what I'm saying? See, I don't want you to do that because I don't want us to be pulled over today. So don't go all the way into my. Go part of the way. And so
Part of the
we got a public way we look at it. Then
Right.
we got a private way we talk about it. You getting into the private way we talk about it. Let's talk about the public for the local
Okay, so we'll take the Barney Fife 2 bullets.
Think
man.
about your affirmation when we first start. So
Right.
think about the affirmation that we have. So we can go
Yes.
with that.
But, still, because I have a badge, because I have this gun, and because someone has given me an authority
Man.
over the masses,
Right.
right? Then I'm going to abuse that authority. I can do what I want to do because I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? Or the woman, because there are some women cops, so let me not be
Both.
sexist.
Right, right.
But I'm going to abuse my authority because this has been entrusted in me, and I always wanted to be a cop because people done made me mad and done this and done that, and I didn't get to do it in the military.
Now you got to do what I tell you
Now
to do.
you got to do what I say.
So now to protect and serve
Mhm.
is out the window.
Mhm.
Can we bag up only because it's Black History Month? Because I need some of the veterans, some of the people with more seasons on their fight to
Right.
get in here, get in here, get in here
Mhm.
one time. Here's the thing, Damali. When I think about community policing, let's just park at policing.
Mhm.
Because now it's the intent
Mhm.
of a thing.
Mhm.
So sometimes the spirit of what happens is because the intent of the thing.
Right.
So when you go back in time, you got to remember the policing was originated for running and catching the Black folks.
Slaves.
I'm just saying, y'all, as a community, Black, white, green, or yellow, you have to also look at what was the intent and the spirit behind something.
Mhm.
So even though it's in 2026, you got to go back on that thing to say, how did policing even begin?
Mhm.
At the beginning, it was all about we finna go catch these Black people.
Mhm.
We gonna shoot them.
Mhm.
We gonna kill them. We gonna do whatever to them. Now, are we gonna harp on that forever? No, we're not. What we're saying is you have to know your history.
Mhm.
Because if you don't know your history, it can repeat itself.
Mhm.
So we only bringing that up to say nowadays, when you get to today's day, depending on what side of the aisle you on, when you get pulled over, some people still see that spirit of shut up, get down, I'll kill you. That's why the gun is in your face so fast.
Mhm.
Because the spirit of how that thing was birthed
Mhm.
was when I see you, I'm shooting you on sight. But
Mhm.
Damali, I think we can grow from that.
Right.
I think we can do better than that. And I think in my mind, it comes from some kind of oversight, some kind of accountability system outside of it. Because every now and then, me and Damali play good cop, bad cop. She the bad cop, I'm the good cop. But every
Whatever.
now and then, parents play good cop, bad cop
Yeah.
on the kids.
Yeah.
People do it at work. People do it all the time. And that's just fine. But Damali, let people live
Mhm.
if they haven't done nothing wrong. That's all that I'm saying. If you got to rough them up, cool.
Mhm.
But don't kill our kids.
Mhm.
Don't kill somebody's niece, nephew, son, head, grandma, wife,
Mhm.
anybody, niece, don't do that. We understand. I know nieces and nephews can have some attitudes. We get that. But it shouldn't cost them their life
Mhm.
when you're supposed to be protecting and serving them.
Mhm.
So I'm just saying, be careful in those lanes and understand the intent and the spirit behind something. Because you see, Damali got fired up real quick. But what do you think that intent and the spirit of a thing has a lot to do with what you see? Because you're saying right now that sometimes people got bullied in school.
Mhm.
You don't know what people done to folks, and now they done messed around and got put in that uniform. I ain't gonna
Right.
say nothing about no Barney Fife.
Right.
I ain't gonna say nothing about one bullet because when you pulled me over, I didn't say it, she said it. But I am gonna say,
And I said what I said.
she said what she said. That's still our reality, y'all.
Mhm.
Because when you're in your car driving and you were speeding, cool. Why do I have to get out and sit on the curb?
Yeah, I'm speeding. Okay, so you
Why?
stop me,
Why?
give me my ticket,
Yeah.
or give me my warning and let me go.
Yeah, that just can
Why I'm
I?
on the curb? Why?
Look.
Why you ask me all these?
Now let's
questions?
do this because it's community wake up.
Yeah.
If you're on the live,
Look, Lieutenant Sanders, DeLawrence Sanders, he gonna be.
he just tuned in.
He
probably gonna tune in.
ain't on
He
there
probably
yet.
secretly. He probably in the
He-
parking
he
lot.
probably
Saying,
in the parking
Charles,
lot.
you and Damali talking about all my people. We are
Yeah.
not talking about your people. Because let me say this: most of my police encounters are good. Is that fair?
Mhm.
We run an event center, a youth and family fun center. We do radio, we travel, we host events. Let me say this today: Black, white, green, or yellow, or Hispanic, most of our encounters with police officers are good.
Now,
But that is not the case for everybody. We just addressing the elephant in the room because we're talking about justice and accountability.
Mhm.
All right. So Damali, I'm gonna bring it back to you now that you done got off the Barney Fife in the one bullet.
I said what I said.
You said what you said? Okay, I'm passing you the ball back now.
Okay, so cousin sister April says, as far as the kids are concerned, you have to plainly explain both. I gentle parent until I can't. I have to teach my daughters daily that we live in a world that has systems in place to hold us back. But I also teach them that if God is for you, who can be against you? I've had the hard conversations with even my 9-year-old. Integrity for me help make me accountable so much easier. So what's right every time? Mr. B says it's all one big rabbit hole. Teresa said it would be good if police had conversations with other police who have worked the community before them. Sharing information is key to help.
You know what that means?
What's that?
It's kind of like if you're a community police officer, it's kind of like dealing with somebody else's cousins. You know, folk cousins be crazy. So when we roll up and somebody's not acting right, we can be like, I can call Damali and say, me and Damali both officers.
Right.
This is what I think Teresa's trying to say. And you're on the other side of town. But these your cousins. Everybody grew up with families that we know was kind of aggressive. They was non-tolerable.
Right.
I ain't going to say nothing bad about no family, but every community had families that just do nothing but just terrorize
Exactly.
the whole community. You knew if you was at school, if you was at a party.
Y'all know the community families.
Y'all
I
know the
ain't calling
community
no
families.
names.
Look,
but
they
y'all
laugh
know
about it themselves nowadays. They say, boy, we was terrible growing up.
Yeah.
Boy, if we came,
already
you knew it was
know.
going to be something. So we all got that. Because we got to be real now. So
Yeah.
we know certain families, when they get that, a turn up is real and your party is probably over as soon as they come in. Anyway, but when you say, Teresa said that they need to conversate, instead of me doing something that I shouldn't do, I should be able to radio and say, Damali, I'm over here with your cousins, and you know your people kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do something I don't need to do. Can you maybe come through here and help me de-escalate? So I'm just saying, use all the tools in your toolbox. Now, as an officer, I won't, Damali won't, the people on the live want you to get home safe too. Because guess what? You do have a family that you want to go back home to. So I don't want your life at risk. I don't want you put in danger either. So it is a two-way street. But at the end of the day, we all too often just be on the short end of this stick. You know, and that's what we just trying to address today. Justice and accountability. Now, favorite little cousin said something good. The conversations have to start at home.
Absolutely.
So let's do this on the live.
Absolutely.
Give 3 tips as what you feel like local, national, international tips we should give our kids as they go out into this world and go to school, go to work, go out the country, or wherever they go. What are some tips we got to give our teenagers if they're going on a spring break something, or our college students? Damali, what are some of the tips you have gave your kids? And I'll talk about some of the tips I've given my kids on when you're traveling and when you're encountering situations. Keep these things in mind.
So number one that I've always told my kids is kids stay in the kids' place.
Ooh.
If something happens, you are yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir.
See, you can live a long time.
Right.
Based on yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, and no, sir. Look, I'm telling y'all something. We can drop the mic. You know what? We leaving. We don't see y'all tomorrow hump day. But I'm just saying, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, no, ma'am, no, sir. Just if our kids could just say that. Heck, if some of the adults could say it, to be honest.
Right.
But
that's true.
Damali, go ahead. You got me fired up. I'm ready to go now.
So if you can do that, then you bring it home to me. And even if it gets too crazy, ask, can I call my mama?
Hold on now.
And let me deal with it.
Hold on.
You know, because I feel like it's not a child's place to deal with adult situations.
But hold on. Let me call my mama, because I understand society. But also let me call who else?
My daddy.
Can I please call my daddy? Can I please use the word please? Can I please call my mom? Can I please call my dad? What that means is I need to call up on somebody that can help me maybe de-escalate or maybe help me deal with you better, because it's obvious we just arguing. And I need some tools. So can I make a phone call? Do you think that? I think that's fair.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
And so let me preface this. In our house, I was a single parent. So because I was a single parent, that's why I said, call my mom.
No,
but
you didn't. No, you didn't.
What?
You said call your mama because your mama got that thing on her. If somebody disrespect your mama, got that thing on her, mama.
No.
I done seen your kids call you.
Mhm.
If the Molly kids call her now, the headphones will stay in the air for a minimum of 30 seconds. Because she is going to get out. Her shoes going to be still left in here. I done seen her kids call her, and I don't see nothing but donuts
And
in
I'm
the
on
parking
my
lot.
way.
She passed the police, IMSA, and all the first, because she
Don't care.
is the first responder. If them kids, but that's mama's love.
That part.
All right, I'm back. I just
Mhm.
want to say something about
That
mama's
part.
love. So
That
back
part.
to the tips that you tell your
Mhm.
kids before they go out into this world. Now,
Yes.
you said first,
Yeah.
yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes,
yes.
sir, no, sir.
Yes.
Second thing, call you because you got
Call me.
that thing on you.
I didn't say that part.
You didn't say that part. Okay. Call mom or call dad.
Yes.
That's good. What's next?
Yeah, and then the next thing is to make sure that you understand the situation, like from a, I guess from a like how it could be misperceived. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I'm saying is this: your way is not always the right way.
Right.
So just because, prime example.
Hold on
Maybe
now.
I
You
should tell
saying
this story.
perception is truth?
Look,
Look, we're gonna take a break because we have
maybe
we
I
have to
should tell
we
the
have to.
story.
It's 8 o'clock, so we're an hour
8:01.
in.
It's 8:01,
It's
as a matter of fact.
8:01. So we're gonna take a real quick break, and me and Damali gonna discuss on break if she should tell the
if
story.
I should tell the
See,
story,
it's
okay.
good to have a friend that plays. Should I do it? Is she really about to do it? And she might not really need to do it, but we'll decide over it, or we can give a version that's appropriate for the listening
Right.
audience. So that's fair. Y'all locked into the community wake up on this Taco Tuesday. We'll be right back with whether or not Damali should or should not tell this story. We'll be right back, y'all.
Theater North Tulsa presents Nat Turner in Jerusalem at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center. Powerful two-person drama imagining the final night of Nat Turner. He confronts Thomas R. Gray, the man who recorded his words and helped shape his legacy. Written by Nathan Allen Davis and directed by Keith Daniels. It's the hit stage play Nat Turner in Jerusalem. Explore faith, resistance, and the cost of telling the truth. Don't miss Nat Turner in Jerusalem, playing at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center, Liddy Dungeons Theater, February 21st and 22nd, 8 o'clock and 3 p.m. And February 28th and March 1st, 8 o'clock and 3 p.m. Get your tickets now for Nat Turner in Jerusalem at TulsaPAC.com or call 918-596-7111. Nat Turner in Jerusalem by Nathan Allen is presented by arrangement on behalf of Samuel French Incorporated.
Looking to take your event to the next level with professionalism and energy? Contact World One Development. We host events, have radio personalities, offer community engagement and videography. We also do live radio remotes, red carpet appearances, create promos, event recaps, drops, and flyers. We also create customized advertising packets to promote your business, organization, or program. Visit our website at world1development.com. You can also reach us on social media at World One Development.
You know what? It's really not that bad being up at 5 a.m.
Damali, you know what? You're absolutely right. The only thing better is we on 5 days a week.
7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
It's the Community Wake Up, our brand new morning show.
Right here on NYCU.FM.
And simulcast on KBOB 89.9 FM.
We got your Black History Trivia.
We got your medical report,
Don't forget the police report.
your local, national, and international news,
Always the latest on upcoming events.
the Divine Nine and the HBCU check-ins,
And most importantly, we can't do it without you.
and make sure you join us each and every day
It's the Community Wake Up.
with Charles and Damali. Yeah. I'm not gonna do that. Little John lost his son about a week and a half
Yes,
ago.
prayers
So
for
we
him.
still praying for you, Little John.
Yes.
Hope you're doing okay, because I cannot imagine losing a kid. But if you lost a kid, we lost a kid. Hey, and we walk with you, my brother. Welcome back to Community Wake Up with Charles and Damali. We are back. We're live on NYCU.FM. We also live on KBOB 89.9 FM locally right here in our community on Black Wall Street. We also live on YouTube, the official World One, that one is spelled W-O-N, the official World One Development news you can use. And for all of y'all live in studio, we turned up, we live. This ain't no AI. We not going to be glitching. They're like, Charleston glitched and disappeared. This is not that.
Right.
We live in here because our
Right.
goal is to help our community wake up physically and wake up consciously.
Absolutely.
Local, national, international. It's about unity, black, white, green, or yellow. We welcome all into the conversation. Damali,
Yes.
we had a discussion over the break.
Yes, we did.
But let's go to the live first, and then you decide whether or not you want to tell your story.
So Bobby Eaton over at KBOB 89.9 FM, we call him Uncle Bobby.
Uncle Bobby
said registration, insurance, and driver's license. That's what you need to have, period, boom.
And see, that's the basic spot where you need to start. When they say registration, insurance, and that's here you go. Mm-hmm. That's a good start. Taking care of your business.
Yes. So cousin sister April said respect, understanding, and patience.
Man, respect, understanding, and patience. I like that, cousin.
Uncle Bobby also said live with respect and dignity. So respect seems to be a theme right here.
Right.
Mr. B said prayer 24/7 is good thoughts. Be the positive leader, not a negative follower. Woo! Bars.
That's a bar right there. I got a cap, I got a hat, and I got a shirt.
Yes. Cousin Pearlie said follow the commandments, I believe is what she means. Respectfully, follow the commands respectfully of the officer, whether you like his commands or not. Thank you, Cousin Pearlie.
Because the goal is to get home. Mm-hmm. If it's something wrong, deal with that another day. We want you to make it home. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Marquis said, one of the tips I like to tell my kiddos is fair is a place that that you take your pig to win an award. And it comes around every September. Marquise,
Marquise, we love you, man. Birthright Initiative. Yes. Marquise deal with the men. So sometime in life, when it comes down to being fair, you got to get comical with it. Because it is what it is. But Marquise, we appreciate that. And
but this is his further explanation.
Okay.
He said the reason behind that is so that they understand, do not go out into this world expecting things to be fair. Expect that no one understands your perspective or your point of view. And as a good communicator, your job is to make sure people understand you because the owner is on the communicator, not the communicated.
Can we park there for 2 seconds? What that means to you, Damali? Because that's a lot right there.
That is a lot.
Can you chop it down? Can you bite size it?
That is a lot. So expectation is everything.
Right.
And so we need to not be naive and go out into this world with the expectation that people are going to treat you the way you want to be treated.
Right.
Just bottom line. So you need to always come from a lens of maybe they don't understand the way I'm talking because of where I'm from. Maybe they don't understand my situation because of where I'm from. So now you're in essence, you're overcompensating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In essence.
Right.
So that you are very clear about what it is you're trying to communicate or you're trying to pass on or express.
Let me add this, Marquise, what I think you're saying. When we get beyond the pig with the lipstick on at the fair, when we get beyond that, I think what he's, my version of it, the beauty of saying something, we all get our own interpretation or version of it. So my interpretation or version of it is everybody's perception is their truth. Their perception is their truth, which is their perception, is what they're going to say in court. Their perception is what they're going to say if you're dead. Their perception is their truth. Your perception in this instance could be your truth, but you need to figure out what this person's perception is because the goal is still to make it home safe and sound. So perception is what it is, but here's the deal. That yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, goes a long way in pulling that energy out, that negative energy out of whatever perception somebody's having. Hey, you being disrespectful. Hey, you're not respecting me. So in all that, when you saying yes, ma'am, yes, sir, when people hear that on the video, well, yes, sir. Okay, my apologies, sir. When you hear that, then you know the intent was right. But if you turned all the way up, you know, and saying, you don't know me, you wrong, that's a lie, then his perception could be, I felt threatened. So perception is truth. Let's go to the next one.
So Uncle Bobby says police need community education. Knowing your community can help you have a relationship. That's real.
That's why everybody speaks about community policing. If you can in the academy, if you got 30 people, if this person goes through the appropriate training and they're from that side, now here's another good thing. Partner him up with somebody from the other side of the community. So that way, if he's sick and he got to take off, you ain't got to send Rollo over here to arrest everybody. You see what I'm saying? So the relationship he built in the community, one person can come in and kill the whole thing. So it might be a good idea to team up two officers from separate sides of the community. Like me and Damali, you from the south side, I'm from the north side. So let's go to the north side with me. This is where I'm from. Let me introduce you to my people. Okay, he's talk a lot, but he ain't gonna do nothing. She gonna cuss you out, but she don't really mean that. She really means she love you, and all that kind of stuff we
Right,
talk about.
yeah.
Then you
No,
take
that's
me
real.
to your side of town, and you can say, "Oh, this means this, and this means that," and then we work together. That's where community policing, and we can be black and white, we can be Hispanic and Puerto Rican, we can be Russian and something else. It won't matter because we got a good perspective on what's going on in these different communities. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And like when you come to my side of town as an officer, you got to do the electric slide with us. You got to do the Dougie with us. You got to let us, because we got energy. We talk loud.
Yeah.
We ain't mad, but when you ask us a question, man, what you want, bro?
Yeah.
That's not aggression. That's how we talk, you know.
Yeah. And
Okay.
you got to understand that.
Community police, Uncle Bobby, that's a good one.
April, you said the same thing I said. Rollo, what? It's like, wait, he tripping. Cousin Pearlie said, when you turn all the way up, you cease being heard by the officer.
That's it. Because the perception now is you're being aggressive, you're not listening, and you're not trying to tell me what to do because you're talking louder than I'm talking.
Mr. B said Sharon, not Karen.
Come on, Mr. B.
Okay, so let's go back to now we're going to talk about what accountability and justice looks like locally, nationally, and internationally. Okay, so locally, justice conversations continue around public safety reform, transparency in government, community oversight, and access to legal resources. Community leaders, advocacy groups, and community members are engaging in discussions about how to improve trust between residents and institutions. Accountability at the local level often looks like public meetings, independent reviews, policy updates, and community forums. Now, we said that to say this. When these public safety reform meetings happen,
right?
When these community oversight meetings happen, you need to be in the place.
There you go.
Because you can't sit on the sideline and complain about the situation if you don't ever check into the game.
And here's the deal. Send a representative.
That part.
Everybody not feel like going, but can I call a spade a spade? If you live in some projects and you know it's 300 of us out here, we got 300 apartments. Somebody got to go. Somebody got to know what the public safety is. Somebody got to know what the city is saying about how they're addressing stuff. Because if you at least send, now it would be great if more go.
Right.
But somebody got to go because somebody got to let people know what's going on.
Exactly.
Because they down here making rules and regulations and addressing things that you have no understanding of. So when they pull up saying, hey, we just passed an ordinance that said you can't no longer this, you're like, oh no, you always tripping and this. No, it passed down that.
Were you in a meeting?
No, you at least send.
Did you go?
Or if you just have a community of elders. If you know the elders are there and they be like, man, we don't feel like going down there as a community, let's send somebody down. And then maybe at your homeowners association meeting, you got a person who can say, put a note on the residence door, our seniors, because we want to look out for our seniors to say this has changed. So now if he or she is driving and the police pull them over, they can remember the ordinance because, don't nobody get more mad than older people. Tell you something, boy.
He said that, not me.
Now, I'm not even going to say older people. I'm just saying seasoned people because change is not something.
Yeah, they don't like change.
We all got great-great-grandparents. So I'm going to talk about your grandparents.
I think I'm getting there too,
Look,
though. I don't like
I'm going
change.
to go with the great-grandparents that are gone. So that way I ain't talking about nobody. But y'all remember your great-grandparents.
There's some great-grandparents that are still here.
They're not like change. It is some, but I'm talking about mine and yours.
Okay.
Our great-grandparents are gone. So I'm talking about the 40, 50 and up club.
Yeah.
But when you are responsible in your community, you send a representative, you go to the senior living areas and you put some on the door so they have time to get it and process. And hopefully they got 30 or 45 days before these different things go into effect. To me, Damali, that's an example of having meetings and making sure you're looking out for everybody.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so on the national level, justice remains an issue at the center of public conversation. Courts continue to weigh in on civil rights protections, criminal justice reform, voting rights, and law enforcement practices. There's also ongoing conversations about transparency in government, ethical standards for public officials, and checks and balances within federal institutions. Accountability at the national level often involves congressional oversight, court rulings, investigations, and public reporting. Democracy depends on transparency and lawful process. Okay.
Keyword lawful
Lawful.
process.
On the international level, internationally, justice conversations focus on human rights protections, anti-corruption efforts, and war crimes investigations and democratic accountability. Global organizations and courts continue to address violations and encourage rule of law across borders. Justice at the international level reminds us that accountability is not just local, it's global. So what this all means for
Hold
us.
on. Let's talk about international
Okay.
justice right now.
Okay.
How do you feel like the United States of America, because that's our home, our country, where we are, how do you feel like we are dealing with the international justice at this time as it pertains to ICE and all the stuff we're seeing on the TV? How do you feel like we are dealing with this international thing?
I think that as far as ICE is concerned, I really believe that they are like some renegades, just to be honest. It seems like there are a whole bunch of those police that I were talking about earlier.
Don't go in, remember?
I'm not going in.
Hold on. On Black Wall Street, the Greenwood is coming out. Hold up. Now,
just telling you.
we got a public version.
And I'm just
and we
telling
got a private version. So this one's for the local,
Yes.
the national. See why brothers and sisters have to dwell together in harmony. You see what I'm talking about? Because here's the thing. We all have triggers, right? Now you have seen live Damali's trigger. So, but you also see heart, you see passion, and that's the thing about us. When you think about the wake up, we have passion for all people. It don't really matter black, white, green, or yellow, because what's done to one, we got to look at it, it's being done to all. Now, I know a lot of times that's not reciprocated. When things happen to certain communities, it's like everybody turn a blind eye. Ain't nobody on social media got nothing to say. But when it comes to us, we have compassion, love, and empathy for all. But I think as a community, as a society, we got to start doing that for each other. If I'm going to scratch your back, and if my back start itching, I should not have to do like a grizzly bear and find the nearest tree to scratch my back because you don't want to do it. But when yours is itching, you want Rescue 911 to pull up immediately. Now back to Damali. That's going to give y'all the public version of what she thinks about that. So I got to give her a little time. You need some water. Hold on. You need any other kind of drink?
I don't need no water.
Okay. So what do you think on the international level, how we doing as United States as it pertains to ICE and how we're maybe dealing with our international families? Because I think a lot is your perception of how you view people. If you view the people like families, then you will approach them a certain way. But if you view them like criminals and this and that, then you dehumanizing real people. You dehumanizing a young kid. You dehumanizing dad, mama, and you just treating them like they should not be treated. Because like Uncle Bobby said, the first thing you should ask is if you got your paperwork. You shouldn't get football tackled or put in a headlock to get the paperwork. So I still think there's a right way to address situations that don't allow us as a country to look like we bullies. Is that fair?
And that is my problem.
Go ahead, Damali. I probably refired you up already. Go ahead. Tell you something.
That is my problem. Because I was bullied as a child because I was quiet.
Right.
So because I was quiet, then people just,
assumed,
and thought it was cool or funny to pick on me.
Right.
Until I had to put these paws on them. And then once I put the paws on them, then they left me alone. That is beside the point.
That's what I said yesterday. You don't mess with quiet people.
You did say that yesterday.
You don't mess with quiet people.
Yes.
And don't mess with people that smile all the time. See, I done triggered Damali because I done seen or something. Because a person that's been bullied don't like to see people being bullied. And I feel like
I don't like it.
You don't have to look like us for us not to want you to be bullied.
Correct.
In our country,
and I feel like that ICE agents are bullies.
All right, finish your part of the story.
They to me, what I have seen is they have been bullying and terrorizing folks. Some of these folks are people who were, they might not have gone through the paperwork process, but they've been in this country making contributions to this country for years, 20, 30 years. They've been in this country. They've had their children here in this country. So why are we rounding them up and shipping them out of here when they're productive citizens. Now, if you are here creating a problem, yeah, you need to go.
That's different.
That's different.
Can I go to the live?
Yeah.
Because you're in the groove. Don't you go to the live, I'm going. I want you to stay in your groove. When I go to the live, Miss Laura Roberts.
Hey, Laura, how are you?
What's going on, our sister? She said, why are they not showing what these detention centers look like?
Why do you think?
Now give the public version, not the private version. Why do you think they don't show? They picking people up, but where are they taking them?
And how are they treating them?
Yeah. So what do you think about that? What is your thought?
Well, I think that what you do in the dark that people don't know about, then you can continue to do that.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? So no, we're not gonna show you that. We're gonna show you the good side. Oh, over right here, this is what we're doing. But then it's chaos all back over here. You know, the places that they're not showing you. But Laura says she quiet too until. Yes,
that's what I'm talking about. That's why y'all been cool year after year after year. Let me say this: it's things put in place for justice, meaning body camera.
Oh, Laura says they're not shipping them anywhere. That would be too expensive. So what y'all doing?
Yeah. But again, to my point is justice, part of making that fair is the camera that your body cam. Accountability is why is it not on? The accountability is why it's not on. The justice piece to make this thing fair is when you encountering people that you're supposed to be protecting and serving. It should be no issue, Damali, to have your body cam. Miss Wilson, you've been speeding. You know, now I get to determine whether I give you a ticket or this. Hey, you have a DUI, you're drunk. Hey, I see weed smoke coming out. Hey, you've been, whatever it is, let's deal with that like that, because that's where the accountability come on. But when the camera is off and it's 3 dead bodies, now we stuck with your interpretation of what happened with no lens on what happened. And it's all too often the people that's laying down dead look a certain way because they never look the other way. You see what I'm saying, Damali?
Well, but this is the other thing, though.
What is it?
I don't even know why people try this in today's time, because there's always a Ring doorbell camera.
Man, it's always
there's a camera up on the pole that the police is monitoring. There's a camera somewhere. Miss Mary, because she nosy, just so happened. I thought I heard something.
Shout out to all the Miss
Marys. She's peeping out the curtain, and she's like, "Let me get my phone." So you don't never know. So why won't we just operate in love? You know, if we just operate in love, then things will be better.
And still do your job.
And still do your job.
The thing that you got to know about us, we're saying we have no problem with you doing your job. We have no problem making sure you getting home safely to your kids and to your family. We are in 100% agreement.
Yep.
We just saying having the appropriate training and the appropriate oversight that these people can get home to their family too. Everybody want to get home, but you have, look, you got the police car, you got the stun gun, you got the gun, you got the lights on your car, you got the whoop, 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 whoop. That's the sound of the police. That's an inside joke. Yeah. Right. My bad. But anyway, you got the system on your side, you got the courthouse on your side, you got the judge on your side. So what is your fear?
Exactly.
When you engage, if you got all of this on your side, you should be able to show up with confidence that you're going to get home unless somebody does something really irate. We're just saying you got all the chips on your side of the. Once you realize nobody has a weapon, at this point, they standing before you naked.
Okay, so we're going to go to the live because you're on your soapbox.
I'm on my soapbox.
Right. Okay, so Demaria Monday said she used to get picked on too until.
See, we got all these until. I'm going to get a shirt that say until.
Right. Demaria says, what about blowing up boats coming from Venezuela?
Man, they done did about 150 boats. They just hitting them boats. See, the deal is this. No context. All we seeing is boom.
Yeah.
You don't know
how do you know?
Why, when, where? Here's my question, Damali. Is that the only option? My only question is with technology,
exactly.
With all this advanced technology, we flying to the moon, we building bunkers underground. We can see a pimp on a person's nose in Japan. Out of all that, is the only option blowing up the boat is my only question. Now, if you're on your way, here's the deal. Even if you're on your way with pounds and pounds and pounds of whatever you got, The question is, are all of y'all supposed to just die right here, right now? Kids, little
Everybody,
kids,
it don't matter.
everybody. So you can't get a drone, Damali, in 2026 to fly right by that boat to get a close look, to be
To
like,
see what's what.
oh my God, it's 3 babies on the boat and teenagers, and there's one clown on here with a patch on his eye that's driving all these people to do stuff. You need to take care of the one guy with the patch on his eye. You don't need to kill the youth and the kids that might just be trying to get a ride to freedom. They really ain't got nothing to do with the other stuff. But I'm just thinking, as a country, because we're talking about international, we talk about local, national, international. I don't know if just blowing up the boat is the best way to deal with everything. I don't know, Damali, but see.
So let's go back to the live.
Back to
So
the live.
Marquis says this is why we're also trying to get cameras in the courtroom as well, because we are keeping the cops accountable and the victims accountable, but the judges are not being held accountable. Ooh. And they are able to flex there, and he didn't finish the sentence. But we get what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Laura Roberts says, yes, it's a heart problem. If you look at someone shot and the first thing you say is, what did they do to deserve it? That's a heart problem.
That's a heart problem. That's
absolutely
real what you just said.
Demaria said, just denying due process under the guise of suspicion.
Right.
Eli Grayson says it's murder, just straight out. It's murder.
What else can you call it? And then here's the thing. I think in this new age, Damali, people may be looking at this like it's Call of Duty. This is not Call of Duty. When you blowing up a boat with 15, 20, 30 people on it, those are real people. Body
they don't
parts
have another
are
life.
flying. This is not video, because sometimes you can be desensitized to what's happening, because when you sitting with a video game shooting up everybody all your life, then you don't even have no compassion when you see these things happening.
Right.
And that's what we got to think about as a society right now. We do not need to just be desensitized to everything happening, because they blowing up that boat, they be blowing up your boat next.
Yeah.
Because everybody accustomed to we just blow up boats. That's what we do, and it's not. That's a heart problem. I think Lori said it right.
Right. Verna Downing said, Rogers says, we want everyone to think and respond like us. Kendrick Lamar said it best. They're not like us. We need to educate and vote.
That's it.
Laura said, when I was in the Coast Guard, they disabled the boat and then boarded. What changed?
That is my point. With technology now,
changed?
With technology now, they probably can give me and Damali a haircut sitting on the live. I mean, they got all kind of stuff floating around all over the place. And I agree with you. You can find a way to cut the boat off so they can't go nowhere.
Right.
But are we saying we're going to take a sludge hammer and kill a fly?
Yeah, it's like, why?
Yeah, and now you're going to find, and this is what's going to happen, Damali. You're going to find, people going to find themselves at home, because everybody's not looking at this like us.
Right.
Some people sitting at home like this, get another one.
Yeah.
Bro.
Like, what?
These are real people, not get another one.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to watch the lens also of media. It's a reason why folks or individuals are trying to buy
this and
all of the media.
Yeah.
It's to just feed you foolishness.
What they want you to see. Yes.
So that's why you need to listen to do we need to take a break? We done got hot.
No, I think we need to
your Lori is hot.
It is.
April is hot.
It's 8:28.
You hot. Everybody hot.
It's 8:28, and we still got quite a bit of stuff to go through.
Well, hit one more thing to bring us back down.
Okay, so what this means for us. We didn't talk about all this local, national.
Shout out to our international people, because like we said, we address them all.
Because we're concerned about y'all too.
We want y'all to be good too. We don't ice slam you and just putting you in some detentions that we don't know nothing about. Yeah. So next time it's time to vote, let's have conversations before we just decide.
Yeah, let's talk.
What we doing? Let's talk
first.
Let's commune
before we start
listening. Let's be in
agreement. To everybody. But anyway. So justice is not just punishment. It's fairness, it's equal protection, it's due process. Accountability is not just criticism. It's responsibility, it's transparency, it's answering the people. Healthy communities require both. When systems are accountable, trust increases. When trust increases, participation grows. And when participation grows, justice becomes stronger. So staying informed matters. Engaging respectfully matters. Understanding your rights matter, because justice isn't automatic. It's maintained. And accountability isn't optional. It's essential.
Man, Damali, that's good right there. We appreciate it. And let me tell y'all something. I love y'all on the live, because the one thing we want to do with this show is make it interactive. So just look at this like Big Mama's kitchen table, and we got all the food on it, and we all just talking about how we find a way as a community to wake up, to work together, to hopefully, Damali, leave something better for our kids and our grandkids and our great-grandkids, depending on where you are in life.
Right.
Versus having all this division. And now we've been classmates and been cool all our life. And they done passed the law and we ain't cool no more, Damali.
Right.
Now, we done graduated from college. Okay, we've been working together at this hospital for 25 years. They done passed the law, and now our family been on vacations together. We done spent holidays, birthday parties, and because of something somebody says on TV, we no longer get along. I don't know who you are. I don't like you. Delete me out your phone. Forget you ever knew me. Y'all, come on. That's Jedi mind trick stuff. You got to keep your relationships, because that's the realest thing you got going on is what you had. Don't let outside forces ruin your relationship. Let me tell you something. It's 55 degrees. We at 8:30, 30 after the hour. We only got 30 more minutes. We want to take a real quick break because Day of the North gave us a little donation. We got some other donations to come in. We're going to give them a shout out later, but we're going to come back with more of the community wake up and breaking news.
Theater North Tulsa presents Nat Turner in Jerusalem at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center. A powerful two-person drama imagining the final night of Nat Turner as he confronts Thomas R. Gray, the man who recorded his words and helped shape his legacy. Written by Nathan Allen Davis and directed by Keith Daniels. It's the hit stage play Nat Turner in Jerusalem. Explore faith, resistance, and the cost of telling the truth. Don't miss Nat Turner in Jerusalem, playing at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center, Liddy Dungeons Theater. February 21st and 22nd, 8 o'clock and 3 p.m. And February 28th and March 1st, 8 o'clock and 3 p.m. Get your tickets now for Nat Turner in Jerusalem at TulsaPAC.com or call 918-596-7111. Nat Turner in Jerusalem by Nathan Allen is presented by arrangement on behalf of Samuel French Incorporated.
Looking to take your event to the next level with professionalism and energy? Contact World One Development. We host events, have radio personalities, offer community engagement and videography. We also do live radio remotes, red carpet appearances, create promos, event recaps, drops, and flyers. We also create customized advertising packets to promote your business, organization, or program. Visit our website at world1development.com. You can also reach us on social media at World One Development.
Buy local, build local, support local. The Small Business Spotlight is brought to you by NYCU.FM. Listen live at NYCU.FM 24/7. Local dreams, local dollars, local success.
The community wake up with Charles and Damali on this Taco Tuesday, live right here on NYCU.FM, live on KBOB 89.9 FM, where we get to tell our story, our way. Shout out to the Juice. That's our youth program, y'all. If you got a high schooler and they want to get into the media space, have them reach out to KBOB 89.9 FM. We're going to get them signed up. Also, we live on the official World One Development news you can use. That's our YouTube. So for you people at work, you need to put us in your ears. That's just fine as well. And for you other people that's live in studio, thank you for waking up. Thank you for jumping on. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for clicking share. Thank you for texting 5 friends saying you need to get up in the house with Charles and Damali on the community wake up. We got some breaking news that we're going to unpack a little bit more tomorrow, but I'm going to let Damali go to the live and lay that down for y'all. Damali?
Yes.
You still feeling all right?
I'm feeling all right. You know what? Shout out to DJ JB Smooth, because JB Smooth killed all our commercials. The background music is amazing.
Shout out to JB. Shout out to Big Steve, man. They be looking out for us, man. Because look, it takes teamwork to make this dream work on the community wake up. Everybody on the live, we got local, national, international people in rocking with us. We appreciate y'all. We love your comments. and everything you give us, because what you give us, we're going to give you back.
All right. So this is week 3, day 12
Yep.
of the Community Wake Up. And today our theme is justice and accountability. That's what we've been talking about today. So Mr. B says policing starts at home. Laura Roberts says, absolutely. I'm not sure what comments she's talking about, but she agreed with us. And then she also said, love on people, invite people over, mow someone's lawn. When someone's feeling down, go get them and let's do this.
You know what I like about that?
What's that?
That's called an act of kindness.
That part.
And if you don't feel like mowing, because you're like, man, I would mow it, but the way certain people fingernails and set up and all that stuff, they can't do it.
And why he pointing at me?
I'm just
like
saying,
doing yard work.
For people like you and Damali,
Steven, why you hating on me?
Not Damali, I'll pull that back. If you're in a drive-through, you can pay for somebody food in the back.
Yeah.
That's just a little act of kindness. Because that person may pay. And now if you get to me and the person behind me tab is $50, I'm not going to do it at the moment. But if they tab, if they only want a coffee and donut, then I'll probably.
Yeah, like I got you.
But
Don't worry
anyway,
about
the
it.
point Lori said is an act of kindness in your neighborhood, in your community. And that, my friend, is what makes community better.
Cousin Lori just pulled up.
Cousin Lori's in the building.
Yes.
What's going on, Cousin Lori? Love you, miss you. I see some more in the comments. I see my brother.
Yeah. So Donnie says, today's topic is so loaded that I cannot even respond. He said, I have never had a bad encounter with police nor my children. Lily, being a school admin, knows all local police and most of the sheriff's department. But see, this don't count for y'all because y'all kind of in a small community.
No, I'm finna tell. I'm about to tell.
Big brother about to rat you out.
I'm about to rat him out. So this is what he did not to have an encounter. So my little bro is in school. I'm in college. I get a call. Your little bro done had an accident. I'm rolling. Let me get down here and see what's happened. No, my mama, we already
Donnie, what happened?
What happened? I'm just gonna tell you about the encounter that he don't know it, maybe he do know. So he done roll. He's had over his amount of substance that he could use for that day. I pull up. This is real. It's about 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come around the corner. He in the street. They got a sheet over him. At this point, he gone.
Right.
And I'm like, man, my heart is beating so fast. I'm like, what in the way he in the middle of the street? So I get out. Yeah, he didn't tell this part of it. So maybe he might not remember I tell it. And so the police there too. Say, who is this? I'm like, well, this is my little bro. It wasn't funny then, but we just telling the story.
Right.
And the police is there, but he had an encounter. He just don't remember. He just didn't want to remember. Sir, are you all right? He ain't said nothing. So me and my little bro, see, that's the beauty of the community wake up. We can tell the real story. Now he got to get back on to say something. So then I got to get in the ambulance with him and go from the country road. See, the country don't relieve you of anything. Right. We have all kind of things jumping off in the country. Trust me.
Look, he said, man, I was 18. Shush.
No, it's too late now. It is too late. That's on the wake up. We got it because he got me the other day. Remember?
Right.
I'm back. I knew I was waiting for my opportunity. So my bro laying in the street. Now I'm in IMSA with him on a 40-minute drive.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, I know you can't go out like this, bro. Come on, bro. He ain't said a word. He just sitting there. We get to Camden. We get to the hospital. The state trooper's in there trying to ask him questions. Said, well, look like he's not going to wake up. So then I'm not saying the name of the troop. This is so long. He was 18, so this is like 30 years ago. So they're not retired by now. Then the officer leave, and I'm like, bro, we going out like this? Oh, no, I'm all right. I just didn't want to say nothing. Soon, look, guess what he did? I opened. He said, he said, bro, he gone? Here, I came. He said, ain't nothing wrong with me. Now, because remind you, at this point, my brother is so big.
Right.
So I'm going to give him some kudos. This sucker benching.
He opened his eyes.
Yeah. Now, all this time, his eyes been closed for hours and hours. And as soon as the officer said, well, I'm going to try to catch him tomorrow and ask him the question. And then Donnie, he went, is he gone? I'm like, what? Is the police gone? I'm like, yeah, he did this. Oh, I'm all right. See, that's the thing to go on in community. Now, and I think at that point, they just gave him a pass. Like, we ain't got time for this. So
Laura said there's no statute of limitations for siblings, so you can tell all the dirt.
Look, he was 18. That's true. That was a long time ago. I just don't want you to think that all of us have
never had an encounter.
Encounters. Now, the car is flipped over way up in the trees. I'm going to add that. But working out is essential. Health as well. But my brother's so big, he like a block of steel. Because I think he benching like 375 at the time, like real talk. He's sitting like a baby Incredible Hulk, just laying there. And he got a scratch. I'm looking at the car. I'm like, that car is beyond repair. I don't think we could ever. I think it was over for the car. I ain't seen the car since. But he get out, we give him. But the thing about it, I am so thankful because I have other cousins that have died on that same street for less. But I thank God that he allowed me to keep my little brother. That we can be on the community wake up today so I can not snitch, but tell the story.
Right.
Or what happened was, because we all have had police encounters, whether we decided to open our eye or not. Love you, bro.
Okay, so cousin Lori says, happy Mardi Gras 2026. Ooh. You know she's from New Orleans.
New Orleans. It is Mardi Gras season.
Yes. Let's see. Soror Stacy Reese said good morning with blue and white hearts.
Down there in Little Rock. What's going on, Soror?
Yes.
Love you much.
Mark Harvey said good morning, family.
That's my LB, my college roommate, my football teammate, and my road dog. And we used to
he probably got some stories. Mark, tell us some stories. If
Mark started telling the stories, we're going to go to break. What we going to do, we're going to go to break. As soon as he started telling stories, we're going to go to break. Because I just got my little bro. We're going to go to break. I'm going to leave to wake up, and I'll see y'all in about a year from now. No, I'm just saying. Mark is great people, man. I love that brother, man. Him, his family, what he stand for. He's a real, real brother. But that's my LB. We pledged together way back in spring 9 Trey. And we've been rolling ever since.
So Donnie says that was a great encounter. No tickets and no jail time.
No ticket or jail. And all was available.
Right.
But when in doubt, Damali. When in doubt, just stay asleep.
Cousin Purdy said, I guess you could say Charles is snitching to make a point.
I'm snitching a little bit. Snitch-ish. To make a point.
But then Donnie says, that was definitely divine favor. So all in all, it was divine favor.
We all have situations that we've gone through that we had to survive in order to be here. None of us got here by chance. Okay. So we thankful for that. What we got next, Molly?
All right, so it is going to be our Black History Did You Know fact.
Get your thinking caps on. It's Black History Month.
It's Black History Trivia with Charles and Damali.
All right, so you guys know that the month of February, we're just going to give you the fact about Black history. But starting March 1st, it's going to be a trivia question. And there's probably going to be some merch that comes along with a correct answer. So you guys, now we're not Googling.
We're getting our thinking caps on. Where's Uncle Brian today?
I don't know where Uncle Brian is.
We're going to give you a call, Uncle Brian. He probably going to pop up now and say his name. He's going to be like, acknowledge me.
Right. Natasha said, get your bail money ready, Charles.
I know, right? I'm going to call somebody. I know a couple bail bondsmen out there.
Right. Okay, so our Black History Did You Know fact. Did you know that before becoming the 44th president of the United States, Barack Obama was a community organizer on the south side of Chicago? Long before the White House, before the U.S. Senate, and before the national spotlight, he worked directly with neighborhoods struggling with job loss and economic hardship, helping residents advocate for better housing, employment training, and resources. Before he led the nation, he helped organize a community. In 2008, Barack Obama made history as the first African-American elected president of the United States. His election marked a milestone in American history and represented a moment of expanded possibility for many across the country and around the world. During his presidency, key legislation included the Affordable Care Act, expanding access to health care, the economic recovery efforts following the Great Recession, and criminal justice reform initiatives toward the end of his term. Regardless of your political perspective, his presidency remains a significant chapter in American and Black history. His journey from community organizer to president reflects the power of civic engagement, education, and persistence. And that is Barack Obama, our Black History Did You Know fact.
Let me tell you what's so amazing about that too, Damali. One, that was great. Sometimes you just got to have that refresher. And that's what that was. But Barack Obama, they shared our post. I won't say he did it, but his page shared our show, the Community Wake Up, a couple of days ago. I screenshot and sent it to Damali. I said, we done made it. Mama, we made it. I know what to say, but I seen Barack Obama shared live on the community wake up.
Yeah.
Then I'm glad we acknowledge him today. But
Yeah.
you just never know who's tuning in and who's listening in. So, Damali, that was great. Appreciate that.
Mama says Uncle Brian is not feeling good today, so we'll definitely have to give him a call. But everybody on the live who knows about Community Wake Up, please pray for Uncle Brian that he gets better and he starts to feel
and
better.
Damali,
soon.
that's the beauty of Community Wake Up. It's because we miss people even on the live when they're not there. Uncle Brian is one of our favorites, so we're hoping by this time tomorrow he can be back up and harassing me, making me acknowledge him.
Right.
And if you know him, take him some soup, take him some orange juice, take him some medicine. Let's figure out what Uncle Brian needs. Uncle Brian, if you hear us on, if you need me to drop you off something, I can. Nowadays, you can Uber. You got a whole lot of ways to get people what they need. So whatever Uncle Brian need, us as a community gonna make sure Uncle Brian is taken care of today.
Yes.
Because that's what we do, and that's what makes us different.
Okay, so it's 15 before the hour. We still got some material to get through. So we're going to, not go too fast, because if we have to roll it over to tomorrow, that's what we're going to do.
It's 15 before the top of the hour, and it's currently 55 degrees. It's going to be a nice day in Tulsa, Oklahoma, home of Black Wall Street on Greenwood, and we're excited about Damali. Let's go with it.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about something a little bit deeper than diet and exercise. This is our health and wellness segment. Okay. So we're going to talk about something a little bit deeper than diet and exercise. We're going to talk about justice and accountability and how they impact our health.
Yes.
Okay. So now you might ask, what does justice have to do with wellness? Well, everything. When people feel unheard, unfairly treated, or unprotected, it creates stress, and chronic stress affects the body. We talked about this on yesterday.
Right.
Injustice creates pressure. Pressure affects your health. Health experts tell us that prolonged stress can lead to high blood pressure, anxiety, sleep problems, and emotional exhaustion. But when systems are fair and leaders are accountable, something shifts. Trust increases, tension decreases, communities feel safer. And when communities feel safer, mental health improves. Now let's talk about accountability on a personal level. Accountability also means owning our actions, managing our emotions, communicating respectfully, and taking responsibility when we make mistakes. Healthy communities require both fair systems and responsible people. Justice promotes fairness. Accountability builds trust, and trust supports wellness. Because health isn't just physical, it's emotional, social, and environmental. And just community supports healthier people. An accountable community creates stability. I'll say that again. A just community supports healthier people. An accountable community creates stability. And stability brings peace of mind. So today's reminder is simple. Protect your peace. Practice responsibility.
Right.
Support fairness. Because when justice and accountability are strong, community health grows stronger too.
Good job, Damali. That's good stuff right there. You know what I got to do?
What's that?
Because it's big what you said. And this is not just about us. It's about the live. We want to know, what do you do to protect your personal peace? I'm going to give my 2 or 3 things. Damali going to give her 2 or 3 things. It's a lot of people on the live. We love y'all. Natasha, cousin, Lori, mom, Teresa. Give us 3 things that you do on the live to protect your peace. Damali, you've been hot. I done had you hot a couple times today.
I wasn't really hot.
So it ain't your fault. It's my fault. But when you want to stay laughing and smiling and peaceful, what are things or some tips that Damali do to protect her peace?
Well, number one, if I ain't feeling it, I'm just not going to come around.
Ooh, so you're going to remove yourself.
Right.
I mean, you're not even going to show up to the situation.
I'm not even going to show up. So there are some days, like, because we are public figures, right? And we do the radio show and we do all the things.
Right.
And y'all on the live, y'all know what we do. Then when people see me, they expect me to be, hey, and be this Damali. But sometimes, you know how you just wake up some mornings and you be like, I just ain't feeling it today.
So you human?
So I'm human.
So every now and then.
Now it ain't often, because I understand that I have a responsibility, and so because I am in this limelight, then I have a responsibility to the people who, trust and believe in what it is that I'm doing. But every now and again, when I wake up and if I don't feel like it, I'll just make a phone call and be like, Charles, I ain't coming to the meeting today. Yeah, I'm just gonna be on the Zoom.
And you gotta have a friend enough to just say, okay.
Yeah.
So when she says that, I don't have no questions. I don't have no comeback. I don't say, you gotta pull up. You said you can't fake showing up. I don't. We just said it on the wake up. We can't fake showing. I don't get into none of that.
Right.
When your friend, your family, your colleague, your wife, your friend, your boo thing, your piece of chicken on the side. No, I went too far.
Stop
My bad. But when a person that you love call you and says that they don't feel like showing up today, when you know they normally do, then just give them that space.
Yeah.
Without question, without making them feel some kind of way, because we all have that sometimes. So again, on the live, what do y'all do to protect your peace? Damali, you said sometimes you just stay at home. What is another thing that you do to protect your peace?
My grandma always used to say, you ain't got to say everything you're thinking.
Man, that's maturity and wisdom. You ain't got to say it all.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gotta say
I mean, in my younger days, I didn't get it. But now that I'm more seasoned, then I totally understand what that means.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, people can be talking and you just be like, man,
I'm just going to leave it
I just want to say that, and some people are like, well, I want to keep it real and keep it 100. But sometimes you can throw those words out there and you can't pull those words back.
Can't take them back. And words can be worse than somebody physically doing something to you. Because them words sometimes, y'all know some of y'all good cutters. Boy, y'all cut people low. Fat. They don't even know they're getting cut. You don't cut their ankles off. They ain't got nothing left. Knees gone, ankles gone. So be careful, because Damali great grandma told her in her infamous wisdom that you don't have to say everything that you're thinking.
Look, so Laura says she prays, nature walk, and swims.
That is good. What's your last one? I got to get you through yours first, because I got to see. You just said you don't want to cut nobody. Yeah. So first you said sometimes you just decide to stay at home because you don't feel like doing an extra. You said number 2, that you don't say everything that you're thinking to protect your peace. Now we need one more.
I turn on music.
Ooh, you go back to the culture. What you listening to though? Snoop Dogg?
It depends.
Tupac?
It might be pop, it might be
Never
James Fortune.
James Fortune.
You don't never know.
It just depends. That's the
just
thing.
Depends.
So all music is welcome.
Right.
Man, what do I do to protect?
Wait, let's go to the live
peace?
while you think.
Go to the live.
Yeah,
let's go to the live.
So Teresa says, pray daily. Stay away from people that might make me catch a case.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Look, let me tell y'all something. When you come to the event center to an event, Teresa's at the door. Because y'all don't know who she is because you don't have a picture.
Right.
Just know she's smiling, she's nice, she's sweet, and she's going to help you any way that she can. And then if you don't accept that, then she got something else for you. She just said it on the line. So you do what you got to do.
She says number 3, she meditates, and number 4, she'll take a drive and listen to music. See, we sisters.
Music, that's common ground music.
Yes. Donnie says, I remind myself that everything does not deserve a response. If I cannot change it, then I don't worry about it. God said, be still and know that I am God. It is in my blood. He said, it is my blood pressure and nobody regulates it but me. Come on, Donnie.
Man, that's a bar. Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff, bro.
Pearly says, I try to keep negative people out of my sight and spirit. She said out of her sight and spirit. I love
this what
it.
This means. She sees somebody coming to mind and she do
Not
this.
Today.
Look, soon as she look at the door.
Not today.
She said she's going to keep you out of her sight and out of her spirit. Meaning I don't want to see you and I don't want you in the cousin. That's a good one.
And then she also said, once a word is said, it is dead.
Hey, that's it.
That's it.
That's a bar. That's wisdom there.
Natasha says, prayer, take a mental health day to rejuvenate and then travel. I'm with you, sis.
I like that. Well, say that again, Natasha. You done said something.
Yeah, prayer, take a mental health day to rejuvenate and travel.
Take a trip and come back. Reset
keep
yourself.
My passport ready
Good
to
stuff,
go.
Natasha.
Cousin Lori said, I walk 3 times a week to reset my mental health. She said she paints and she writes. Okay.
That's good, cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laura said, thank you. That's all good advice. Sorargina said, yes, I agree with Damali. If I am not feeling the situation, the best thing for me and that situation is to not attend. She said the Isley brothers, the OJs, and old school.
Could take it all the way back.
Just like take it all the way back.
Right.
I ain't got time.
So I'm gonna listen to Harriet Tubman's greatest hits. Take it all the way back.
Okay, what's your 3? Because we only got 7 more minutes. So we got
7 more minutes. 7 more minutes. Look, one of mine, I definitely pray and meditate. I have to.
Yeah.
I got to do that before I even start. So, so I'm looking at the proactive things to protect my peace. I pray and meditate every morning just so my patience stem is long and not short. You know, so that means you got a couple things you can do. So hopefully that stem lasts all day. So pray, meditate is one. I go to the gym. I don't know what it is, but after you work out, you ain't got enough energy to deal with certain things. You just ain't got it.
It's over.
I left all my energy in the gym, so I can't be fussing and fighting with nobody because I'm chilling right now. And then I say another one that I do, and I would encourage others to do, and I tell my kids and people close to me, sometimes I tell people, my agreement with people is, let's just say, let a day be a day.
I hate when he tell me that too.
Damali hate that, but I tell everybody, anybody that knows me that's close to me, because sometimes you can really, something that was simple can end up a big argument to end up where you don't even talk, you ain't even friends no more. So for my kids, for myself, for people close to me like Damali, if she getting hot, we going back for, either one of us have the right to say at any time, let a day be a day.
And I never say it. And I never say it.
And what that means is whatever we may be disagreeing about, we're going to wait until tomorrow, because that way cooler heads can prevail. They said don't let the wrath, don't go to sleep with the wrath on your brain. So when you pray at night, you should let it go. You got time to pray. And by the time the next day comes, you realize that whatever you may have been in disagreement about wasn't really that bad. So if you're a friend of mine, you too can tell me if we are, Charles, let a day be a day. That means we're done with whatever this is until the next day.
Okay, so we only got 5 minutes. We ain't even got probably through half of our stuff. But anyway, it's okay because we had a lot of commentary today. This was great. So I'm going to go ahead and do the small business spotlight, and then we're going to get to our closing, okay? So this morning's small business spotlight is serving up something fresh, healthy, and community focused. We're highlighting Tropical Smoothie Cafe right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So today we shine the light on Tropical Smoothie Cafe located at 1717 North Peoria Avenue. They are locally owned by Timothy Smallwood and his beautiful wife, Nicole Smallwood, my sister. Hey, Nicole.
Hey, family.
Tropical Smoothie brings fresh smoothies, wraps, bowls, and healthier meal options right into the heart of the community. It's quick food with a healthy twist. From protein-packed smoothies to fresh ingredients and flavorful menu options, this location offers a convenient way to make better food choices without sacrificing the taste. But the spotlight is more than just smoothies. Local ownership matters. When entrepreneurs like Timothy and Nicole Smallwood invest in our neighborhoods, they create jobs. They keep dollars circulating locally, and they promote wellness through healthy options and strengthen community presence. So supporting locally owned businesses builds economic power and community pride. So whether you're grabbing breakfast, lunch, or a post-work smoothie, stop by Tropical Smoothie at 1717 North Peoria. For more information, you can call 918-728-6229 because they do catering. So this has been today's Small Business Spotlight. Tropical Smoothie Cafe, fresh flavor and local ownership right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I like that, Damali, because I love spotlighting. So I'm probably going to Tropical Smoothie today. You know how that works. Once you say something, every time you go to social
it's
media,
in your spirit.
It's going to be popping up. Teresa said Tropical Smoothie with a hand clap. Absolutely. Damali, I know we easing on through, so what do we have next?
Okay, so community alert. So don't forget about the scholarship opportunities that we're telling you guys about. There's over $770,000 in scholarships available for Oklahoma students, open to grades 9 through 12. They're going to test your knowledge of Oklahoma history and geography. You need to register by February 27th. You go to Oklahoma, so that's OKLAHOMAHOF.com in order to register.
$770,000 is waiting for you. Not all of it now.
Not all of it. You ain't getting all of it, but you can get your part.
EdRec Spring Break.
Okay, so EdRec Spring Break Camp is now accepting registrations. You can call us at 918-430-3947, or you can go to edrectulsa.com. Don't forget, and I want to give a huge shout out because we've had a couple of people that sponsored students.
And they just don't know they saved us, because we sitting here looking at all these people coming up that need all these services, and we looking at the account, and people have heard our cry. And hopefully some of y'all hear our cry today too, because they went to edrectulsa.com and they sent us a donation to help us with all these families and kids that we're going to be serving during spring break camp.
Yes. So you can make a donation for one child, multiple children, or you can do the whole camp. So you can go to edgerectulsa.com or call Charles or me. The Black Wall Street Rally needs your vote. Here it is right here. You can go to 10best.usatoday.com in order to place your vote. The last time I checked, they were number one in the polls. Okay. And then we're just going to skip to some other stuff. Tomorrow's theme is going to be health equity. And don't forget, if you would like to advertise your events or business on this show, go to nycu.fm to submit an inquiry, or you can call Charles or myself. So the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the host, which is me and Charles,
Right.
and our guest, which is all of you guys on the live. And it's not necessarily belong to this station, affiliates, organizations, committee, or other groups or individuals associated with nycu.fm.
Just like that. Thank y'all. We at the top of the hour. This is the end of the show. But what I want to say again, go to edgerectulsa.com and consider donating to our spring break camp that's coming up. That's number one. If you would like to donate to World One Development, all the great work that we do, just go to world1development.com and leave a donation. I know a lot of y'all like the Cash App. Go to $World One Development. We thank you for your donations. It's tax deductible. We will send you a letter to your company or you as an individual. But with that being said, great job, Damali. Great job, Steven. Great job, KBOB. Great job, DJ JB Smooth. This has been the Community Wake Up with Mr. Charles Harper and
Damali Wilson.
We'll see you tomorrow on Hump Day. Love y'all.